Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to show you how to create a Google account if you don't already have one. Like if you have an Android phone, you already have a Google account. You have to have a Google account for that. For anyone that is concerned about the security and privacy issues surrounding Google and their business model, read the disclaimer in the textbook. By the way, to get to this page, you want to be on at itech.erikuha.com, my website, with our textbook. Click on the internet and go to setting up a Google account, and this is that page. This will be linked directly from the tutorial in the on the course Canvas page. So yeah, feel free to read this disclaimer and my argument for why this isn't that big of a deal. That said, if you do not want to get into Google, one thing you can do is just link it. Use your student email as your account, and then it'll be gone when you graduate. It'll go inactive and be deleted eventually. So the link to get to the account setup page is right here. I'm gonna go straight to it, and they want your name. I'm gonna say my name is Albert Camus, 20th century French philosopher. And I'm going to create. So if you're gonna use your current email address, you want to use your school email address, you can do, students.ltc.edu. Actually, it would be more likely to be alcamus@students.ltc.edu. That's what you would do, and that would create a Google account with your current LLTC email address, and then that would be linked to that email address explicitly. I'm just going to create a new one just because I'm going to be deleting this one immediately afterwards. I'm just going to put a bunch of numbers after it so that I can, so that hopefully it's not already taken. And I'm going to pick a password. I'm going to use my password generator to do that. Fill password. I know you maybe have seen that happen. I'm going to be deleting this account, so you won't have to worry about whether or not about that password, which you probably saw in the recording. Maybe I'll blur it out. I don't know. Whatever. Hit next. Next, they want a phone number, which is optional. This is an account security measure, which I don't know. I recommend you do it. I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to blur that out in this video. You can put a recovery email address. Again, optional. Put your what's Albert Camus' birthday? He was born on 7th of November 1913. Got it. November 7th, 1913. I would rather not say what my gender is. Don't care why you ask for that information, and then I'll hit next. It's going to send a text message to your phone. I'll say, hey, send it. And then it'll send me a verification code that's going to come through my phone. So just take a second. There it is. 51514-094. And then hit verify. So that verifies my phone. I'm going to, okay, so this is cool. You can use Google Apps to receive video calls and messages using their app Duo. And then you can say, so you can opt into using your phone if you want. You can get some more cool features out of it. I'm going to skip. You gotta hit yes, I agree. You can read. I actually recommend you read through these basic privacy terms because they're written in plain English and not legalese, and I think that they're worth taking a look at. This is all just a bunch of stuff that you can choose to opt into or not at your preference. Save my web activity. Don't show me ads, or show me ads that aren't personalized. Save my YouTube history. Blah blah blah. I'm just going to opt out of those because again, I'm going to delete this account. I don't care. I agree to the terms and conditions, and then there we are. Here we are in our Google account. So this is, once you have your account set up, there's a couple things that you'll want to look at. So I'm kind of combining two of the tutorials in the text, and I'll link this video on both of them. You'll want to go through all 4 of these, just at your leisure, whenever you want. Like manage your data. You can do things like do the privacy checkup, check on your history and web activity. You can actually look at your location history. It'll give you like a map of all the places that you've been with your whatever device you have. You can do stuff like put a dead man's trigger on your account so that if there's no activity on the account for, say, 3 months, it'll give access to somebody else. So like my personal account I have set up after 3 months to just cede all access to my wife. You can delete the account, which I'm going to do after this video. For this account, there's a bunch of other interesting things here that might be useful to look at. Going back, you can check out, do the security checkup and add things like sign-in recovery, sign-in devices, security events. You can do things like add. I thought it would have like 2-step verification. I know there's a way to do it. And it'll probably tell you to. Oh yeah, I probably click on security over here. Yeah, signing into Google, 2-step verification. That's where, if you have an Android or iPhone, what it'll do is when you try to log in, it'll send a blurb or an alert to your phone, and then you can approve or deny the request. It's an added layer of security, meaning that someone has to have your phone in order to log into your Google account, which is kind of handy. I could tell you my password. You saw the password on the phone, and, on the screen, and then, but you still won't be able to get into this account because I'm going to delete it. The other thing that you're going to want to look at is the Google Apps top right corner right here. Click on that. This is going to have all of your most important apps. The whole Google app ecosystem, for example, Docs, Sheets, Slides. I'm just using the mouse wheel to scroll through this. They have just everything. Everything that you can possibly imagine is here. Google Photos, I actually use pretty regularly. I store all of my phone automatically uploads all pictures to Google Photos. But most importantly is Drive. So clicking on Drive opens up another tab at the top of your screen. This is where your files are going to be. This is actually what you'll use to turn in assignments for the class. And I'll do a demo of that in class for you so you can watch how that works. But it's a really convenient place to store all of your files that you're ever going to need. One thing you may want to do, if you don't already have this, is you may want to download the app for your computer. If you're using a Chromebook, it's already installed, or it'll just go into this interface right here. But if you're not using a Chromebook, if you're using a Windows 10 machine and don't have Google Drive installed, the download button is right here. You can just click download if this is the first time you've ever logged into it. Or you can go up to the cog and hit Get Drive for Desktop, and that'll do the same thing. So I thought that would download it to the computer. Well, it didn't. Alright, well, whatever. We'll figure out how to do it. It's not that hard. Just click on the blue button on the bottom. It'll download a file, and then you just click on that file. It'll run it, and it'll install Google Drive on your computer, and then you can use it. It'll have an app. It'll install an app called Backup and Sync, which will allow you to. It's really standard. You just run through the thing, and it'll kind of automatically do it, and then it'll give you a folder on your computer that you can use to drop files in, and they will automatically get synced to the cloud. It's a great place to store any files you don't want to lose because you get the added security of being on Google Drive, and you'll be malware proof or ransomware proof, and viruses. Your computer can totally crash, and you'll still be fine. You won't have lost any of your files. So anyway, that's it. That's the basic rundown of Google Docs, Google Drive, and you can be up and running and working on homework in just a couple of minutes. Got it. All right. Have a good one. We'll see you next time.